The heart of the town was its grand clock tower, and every Christmas Eve, the entire town would gather as its magical chimes rang out, signaling the official start of Christmas Day. The festive spirit was fading. People hurried past each other, their heads down, no cheerful greetings, no carols being sung. The lights on the trees seemed dimmer, the gingerbread less sweet, the joy was simply gone. At the center of this strange gloom was the clock tower keeper, an old man named Elias. Elias had tended to the clock for over 50 years. He was a kind, gentle soul, but this year a deep sadness had taken root in his heart. His wife, Clara, had passed away earlier in the year, and this was his first Christmas without her. For him, the chimes of the clock tower were a melody they had always shared. The thought of ringing them alone was unbearable. While the adults felt helpless, Lily believed that something had to be done. She remembered her grandma once telling her that the best medicine for a sad heart was a warm hug. So, with a determination that only a child can have, Lily decided she was going to give Elias the biggest, warmest hug he had ever received. She bundled up in her red coat, pulled on her mittens, and set off for the clock tower, her small boots crunching in the fresh snow. The climb up the winding stone staircase of the tower was long and chilly. The air grew colder the higher she went, a sign of the fading magic. She finally reached the top and found Elias sitting on a small wooden stool, staring blankly at the giant, silent gears of the clock. The room was cold and dark, a stark contrast to the cozy, magical workshop it used to be. Elias didn't even notice her at first. He looked so lost and alone, a small figure in the vast chamber. Mr. Elias, Lily's voice was a small, soft sound in the quiet room. Elias looked up, surprised. His eyes were filled with a deep, weary sadness. "Hello, little one," he said, his voice raspy. "You shouldn't be up here. There's no Christmas magic left." She didn't try to cheer him up with empty words. Instead, she just stood in front of him, looked him right in the eye, and opened her arms wide. "My grandma says a hug can help a sad heart," she said simply. Elias looked at this small child, her expression so full of earnest care. He hesitated for a moment, then slowly, he leaned forward. Lily wrapped her small arms around his neck as tightly as she could. She poured all of her warmth, all of her hope, and all of her innocent, powerful belief in goodness into that one simple embrace. It was small at first, like a single candle flame in a vast darkness. He remembered her laugh, the way she'd bring him hot cocoa on cold nights in this very tower. He remembered her telling him that their love was the real magic that made the bells sing. He realized he wasn't letting her go by being happy. He was honoring her memory. The sadness didn't vanish, but it was now wrapped in a blanket of love, both from his memories and from the little girl hugging him. The spark in his heart grew, spreading warmth through him and into the room. A soft golden light began to glow from the heart of the clock's machinery. The gears, silent for so long, began to turn with a gentle hum. The icy chill in the air retreated, replaced by a cozy warmth. They were tears of gratitude, of remembrance, and of newfound hope. "Thank you, little one," he whispered. "You have no idea what you've just done." Down below, the townsfolk, who had gathered in the square out of sheer habit, gasped. A warm, golden light was beginning to pulse from the top of the clock tower. The dim Christmas lights all over town suddenly flared to life, shining brighter than ever before. A murmur of excitement spread through the crowd. Could it be? Then it happened. The first chime rang out. It was clearer and more beautiful than anyone could remember. It echoed through the valley, not just as a sound, but as a feeling. It was a feeling of joy, of connection, of love. One by one, the 12 chimes of Christmas rang, each one more powerful than the last. With every chime, the festive spirit flooded back into the streets of Everfrost. People turned to each other, their faces breaking into wide smiles. They started hugging their friends and neighbors, sharing the warmth that had been sparked by Lily's one small act of kindness. The sound of carols spontaneously rose from the crowd, a joyful noise that filled the night. Christmas was saved, not by a grand gesture or an ancient spell, but by a hug. It was a reminder to everyone in Everfrost, and to all of us, that the greatest magic we possess is the kindness we show to one another. It's the simple, human connection that can mend a broken heart, light up the darkness, and save the day. So this holiday season, remember the story of Lily and Elias. The most precious gift you can give might not come in a box. It might just be a hug. Thanks for watching. If this story touched your heart, give this video a like and subscribe for more stories that warm the soul. Merry Christmas, everyone!